So I am Otis Johnson. I am the fleet supervisor for Republic Tattoo Supply, and we're actually part of Kingpin Tattoo Supply, which is we're one of the biggest tattoo supply companies in the country. So we have a mobile sales division, and that's basically what I'm in charge of here.
What does Kingpin Tattoo Supply do?
We are a tattoo supply company. We basically started out, I started out working for Republic Tattoo Supply. We were like a small business. And then Kingpin ended up purchasing us and we became part of the Kingpin team. So obviously we sell tattoo and medical supplies here. And then basically my department of the company it's almost like a snap-on, if you will, for tattoo supplies. So I have 6 vans. I have 5 here in Austin, Texas, and then I have 1 in Orange County, California. So basically what we do is we load the van up with tattoo supplies. We drive around. Every driver has a certain number of shops that they go to every week. They pull up and they're kind of like the ice cream man. They pull up, all the artists run out and get their supplies. It's pretty cool.
Why did you choose LANA Fleet?
When I first started my position here, we had cams equipped in all of the vans. We could only run 3 cameras off of 1 device. So we were constantly having to look at like we had 3 devices on my personal cell phone, 3 devices on one of my coworkers' cell phones. And I had briefly discussed with a gentleman there at LANA about the possibility of moving to a fleet package. He told me about you guys, told me about LANA. It sounded amazing, and so we went ahead and went with that, and it's been great ever since.
How has LANA Fleet helped your operations?
It's basically streamlined everything, which is I just can't stress that enough. It's been probably the best part about it is the fact that I have everything. It's web-based. I can just go to the website. We can have multiple users. Having everything on that web-based platform, you just log in. I have everything at the click of a mouse. It's fantastic. It gives me a great peace of mind knowing that I have any footage captured, all the time. So any accidents, any break-ins, anything like that, it's been huge.
What would your daily operations be like without LANA Fleet?
If we didn't have the LANA Fleet, I would be blind. I would have no visible, idea of what the guys are doing, what situations they're in. If they did have an accident, God forbid, anything like that, I would just have no visibility, and that can create problems, on multiple ends. So it's the peace of mind is what's worth it for me, for sure.
Has LANA Fleet helped Kingpin Tattoo Supply in unfortunate situations?
Well, so we did recently have a break-in, and we had obviously the cameras. As soon as my driver called me and told me about it, I was able to run to my office, pull up the cameras, and luckily, it just was perfect because the perpetrators actually had parked in front of us. And so I was able to not only get the inside view of the gentleman that broke into the van, but I was able to get the car in front, the license plate in front, everything. So when I was able to contact the police department, basically I was like, here's your case, like this is what I got. I have everything for you, And I will say that before, we did have a couple break-ins before we had this software up and running, and I wasn't able to get that footage. And I'm not trying to, knock the police departments here because I know they do a great job, but I will say that when I had recent break-ins in the past where I didn't have any camera footage, we would file a police report, everything like that, but I would just never hear anything back, ever. And so this is the first time that we actually had an incident where I was able to provide the, law enforcement with everything that I had, and they responded very quickly.
What is LANA Fleet worth to Kingpin Tattoo Supply?
With this recent incident, they ended up taking about $10,000 worth of tattoo and medical supplies that we have. With LANA, I know that, we have labels on the van that lets the people know that they are being recorded. I don't know if they know how detailed that video recording is with LANA, but it's basically just the peace of mind. It's huge. Knowing that if we were to have another break-in, basically, knowing that I can immediately go to my LANA website, log in, and immediately pull up any and every angle that I can, and then download that to where I have those files to keep, and I can send them to law enforcement or the insurance company or whoever. It's huge.
What is your favorite LANA Fleet feature?
My favorite feature with LANA is just how easily and accessible the web-based platform is with you guys. I log on to the website. It has all of my vehicles on there. I can flip to live video, flip to inside, outside, everything like that. I can make a clip. It's just super, super easy to download the clip, make it into a file, save to my computer. I do utilize the GPS. As I said, we do have hardware GPS in the vans, but I do end up using the GPS with LANA more so. It's just easier on the map screen, basically. We have geofences set up at every shop that we go to. Each driver basically goes to about 90 shops a weekend. And, if you multiply that by 6 vans, it's quite a few shops. So we have quite a few geofences within the LANA program. But I would say my overall favorite, feature for LANA would be just how easy and accessible the platform is on the computer. It's great.
How do the geofences benefit you?
It is nice to be able to know that each one of my drivers is going to a specific location. So I can always check that, make sure that all the geofences, the drivers are inside those geofences. It's fantastic. They do make it more efficient. I can get an idea of their schedule better. Every driver is pretty much on their own schedule when they're out there on the road. I know that things happen, traffic, trains are a nightmare, stuff like that. But it's nice because I can get a better sense of scheduling. I can get a better sense of how to improve routes, basically different directions, stuff like that. So it's a huge tool. It's great.
Do your drivers feel more secure with LANA Fleet dashcams in their vehicles?
So I believe that myself and my drivers all feel a great sense of security having that camera in there. They all know that basically if anything were to ever happen, mainly an accident per se, that they are going to be covered as far as, knowing that everything is basically being recorded. I think that it provides a huge, relief for us and for myself and management and the drivers, knowing that if anything were to happen, that we have it on tape.
Do your customers appreciate that your fleet has dash cameras?
Customers appreciate us having the added security of having those cameras in the vans. It makes us look like we are definitely, ahead of the curve as far as security features go. Also, say for instance, an altercation, we're talking about tattoo shops, right? And some tattoo shops aren't in the best part of town or whatever. And so if we were ever into a situation where something happened at a shop, not only could we help out by having the cameras in our vans, but with that outward view of the cameras, it can capture anything that goes on in front of the vans as well. So it's almost like an added security camera for them when we pull up to a shop.
How does LANA Fleet help you improve customer service?
With the LANA Fleet program, having that GPS on there it's huge. So we can go back, we can pull up their trips, right? You guys have a trips tab within the platform. So when my drivers come back to the office, we can basically pull up their route, pull up their history, pull up their trips. At that point, we can look and see basically, you know, how they got to all of their shops, you know, what time they were hitting their shops. We can make proper adjustments with that. And that also helps with the customer service 100% because our customers rely on consistency.
Where would you rate the video and audio quality of LANA Fleet?
The video and audio quality of the cameras it's amazing. I have seen other dash cam videos in the past where if you try to zoom in, it gets kind of grainy. We didn't have any issues with that. I mean, it was 100%, you know, a 5 all around.
Would you recommend LANA Fleet?
I've had great customer service experience with you guys. I haven't had any complaints. You know, it's been great all around. Every department's been fantastic. If I ever was talking to somebody that had a fleet, you know, had a fleet business, hands down, #1 recommendation would be LANA for sure.